Hey guys, Jordan here. So today I'm going to show you how to do a basic aerial video of a property. Pretty basic house right here with that sign in front. Drone. Alright, so I usually just record one file the whole time. I don't have to worry about it. I just worry about getting the shots and focusing it. So what I'm gonna do is do some voiceover and show the whole clip, and the voiceover I'll go through my thought process of why I'm getting certain shots. Every property is different, so you just kind of got to look at the property and figure out what's gonna help, what are some selling points of this house, and what are the good angles to get. And alright, so I set the camera up on the tailgate of my house. You want to make sure that all the cars are out. When I got to this property, it wasn't quite ready. You can see the driveway is wet. The homeowner wet it down because there was like oil. There was a big, huge diesel truck in the driveway and a Volkswagen Beetle, so I had them move it. There's also a water hose that was going across the lawn, so I had them roll that up as well. Anyway, so there's a huge tree in the front of the house, so I just try to get as close as I can without really, having any risk of running into the house. I'm going backwards, and then I'm just looking at the drone to when I have the clearance of that tree, and then I start to go up. And then when I get up, I like to do a little bit, panning down is what I'm doing. I probably should have stopped going up, because if you look at it now, you're seeing all the houses. Usually you don't want to see too much of houses. You want to stay focused on the house, so probably won't be using that footage as I went too high up, but it just kind of adds an element of movement for the editor. They can use if they want to. This is another typical shot. So you want, like I did on the front one, from the front door going back up from the property and then going over the top of the property. This is kind of an interesting property because it's not in a perfect square. A lot of them are. This is kind of like a triangle lot. So right there, I'm just trying to get like a good 3-second shot of the pool. When you get too far out and you see too much of the neighbors, it's kind of a turnoff. So that's why I did that. There's no need to do shots so much. Anyways, I was coming down right here, and I remember, and then I saw the mountain. So while I'm up there, I might as well get the 360 shot of the mountains. So that's what I did. I try to keep it going pretty slow. I was filming in 30 frames per second, so if you go too fast, he's not, the editor's not going to have the possibility of slowing it down. So you want to make sure you're smooth. And also, while I was shooting right here, you can see right there the exposure starting to go up. I realized that it was kind of dark. So sometimes with the overcast skies, it kind of plays tricks and thinks it's brighter than it is. So you want to make, so I think I bumped it up to one stop, so that it was brighter and you could see the mountains a little better. And that is exactly why I went back and reversed, because that whole clip was kind of dark, and I noticed that as I was ending it. So yep. And then I'm looking around here. There's really not any other views, so then I pretty much just show that I got all the views that were from the surrounding area. So as I'm coming down, I'm trying to give some additional footage, like a slow pan that the editor can. Obviously, this house is unique. You don't want the video of just the freaking huge tree. So you gotta be careful and not put yourself at risk for putting it on there. And then you gotta get some angles of the house to where you're not gonna hit that tree. So right here is the best angle on the front of the house. Anything on the other side is all tree. So right here I'm trying to do a panning up. So that's probably a good shot that the editor can use, and I kept going. You can pan all the way up and see the views. But I wasn't 100% confident in that shot, so I believe I go back down and then I do it again. the whole time recording. Like I'm just trying to think of the shots. If you're ever, curious about what kind of shots we get, I mean, this is a really basic house. Obviously, you can see I'm just focusing on the house itself. So that was a little better of a shot, I think. I'm just watching my drone, just getting the shot of the house versus the neighbors. And, you really just want to showcase the house as much as possible instead of all the neighbors, if possible. So I did that again. I already got that shot, but with the Mavic Pro that I use, you have to manually focus the lens. So a lot of times I'll try to get a little, one or two options. And here's a pull shot. Actually, I think I'm still in the front of the house right at this point in time. Getting an upward shot of the pool. Because while I was shooting this, or actually before the homeowner came out and I was talking to them about, what are the selling points and one of the big things for them was the oversized backyard. So obviously you want to make sure you highlight the things that the homeowner is going to be particular about with the real estate agent. Obviously they ordered an aerial video on this property because of the size of the lot. Anyways, I was just walking back from the front to the back, and that's why the drone was kind of just chilling there. So now I'm in the backyard. There I am. I lowered the drone. You don't really want to do low-level flight if you're not in the backyard. So they put the dogs in the house, so I wasn't concerned about that. And so there's a couple angles you can get on the backyard. So this is a nice shot. Pretty low, just going straight across the nice green grass. And then panning a little bit, I'm kind of aiming towards the waterfall, which is a nice feature of the backyard. And then, once you get up too high, you see too much of the neighbors. And then people might think that, it's not a very private backyard. So, I just try to keep in mind, if you were a buyer, would you want this angle? And then here is I was just trying to get a good backyard shot of the property, the whole property. So that right there is actually a pretty good shot right there where it's kind of panning out. Not too many houses, but you see the complete size of the lot. And I also realized that the driveway was starting to dry. I don't know if I should have waited for it to dry or not. A lot of people like the wet cement look. Anyways, so I was just trying to get a couple additional shots. So there's the house probably right there. You can see the house and then the perspective of the surrounding area, though there's wasn't really too much views to look at. So right now I'm just flying back down to the backyard, obviously being aware of the surroundings, trees, listening for helicopters, 'cause sometimes they fly really low and would hate to take one of those down. So I think I'm still in the backyard. I don't think I'm quite done yet with the backyard. It looked like I was kind of going to the front. So I kind of got a shot of the backyard of the green area going to the pool, but I didn't really get anything. It's not very pretty, but I didn't get anything facing the house. They had a little bar area on the side of the porch, if you can see it right there, in a little fire pit. So I kind of wanted to showcase those in the aerial video. So that was a nice touch. And then also, I wanted to get an additional pool shot because the pool was such a big feature that the homeowner was talking about needing. So let's see here. I think I essentially do about the same thing that I did before. Not going over all the grass, but just focusing on getting maybe another angle. See, I come at it a little bit different. Maybe make the pool look a little bigger and just kind of go smooth to the waterfall. And obviously not going all the way to the wall. I don't want to risk running into the wall or damaging property. So you just want to be very mindful of where your drone's at. And I think about this time I'm just about finished. And let's see. I don't know why I'm panning around. Alright guys, well I hope you found this video informational about my thought process when I'm shooting an aerial video. If you had any additional questions on aerial video or aerial in general, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. We'll be more than happy to answer those for you. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. We'll be putting out more content like this. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.